Bam, we're live. Good morning. Punctual as always. Always on time. Teresa, good morning. Mr. Ortega, good morning. Brian Clark, good morning. Mr. Misfit, good morning. Mr. Ramirez, good morning. Oh, wow, that's a crazy picture. You look like a deacon at the church. You look like you're ready to baptize someone. That shirt looks crazy from that angle. Good morning, Mr. Blakesley. Good morning. Mr. Beaver, good morning. Mr. Beaver, good morning. Rambler, always good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Jamaica got destroyed yesterday. Oh, from the hurricane?
Yeah, it did.
How bad is bad?
Saw some hot weather chick on TikTok post about it. So I'm telling you, big weather's fucking the meteorologists. If you're a hot meteorologist, just go on TikTok or YouTube and you're good.
Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa hits Jamaica with 185 mile an hour winds.
Yikes.
Wow.
That level all of their stick houses or what?
That's crazy. Go into the BBC website. It's funny, none of this stuff doesn't pop on my radar at all. Much of Jamaica is without power or phone service after the country's strongest ever hurricane. Our correspondent in Kingston said Nick Davies reports floods, mudslides, roofs being ripped from buildings, and palm trees tossed like toothpicks. After crossing Jamaica's Hurricane Melissa hit Cuba, bringing 115 mile an hour winds and heavy rain, warning of life-threatening storm surges. Down trees, flooded streets. They got a I'll show you guys some pictures. Is that where CrossFit lives in Jamaica?
Yeah, it looks like it from their profile picture.
Where is Jamaica?
Isn't it like a Caribbean island or something?
Down there by Dominican Republic and what did we look up the other day that I didn't know was down there? Puerto Rico. Is it in that island chain? Oh,
yeah,
Cuba, Haiti, Dominican.
Just south of Cuba.
75% of the country is without electricity. Overnight, the numbers without shelter, injured, or perhaps dead haven't begun to be counted. That was just 2 minutes ago. U.S. deploys response team after catastrophic damage in Caribbean.
I met a chick one time who's a pilot for that hurricane aircraft that we fly into.
We had her on the show?
No, I met her like of my own accord.
Oh.
She's crazy. I don't know how they do that. They just drive into a fucking hurricane in an aircraft.
They're having AI. In one image posted yesterday, which claims to show devastation in Jamaica, debris can be seen flying. Items like ladders are strewn across the flooded streets. Palm trees are bucking in strong winds, and building roofs have been torn off. Oh, and it's AI. People are doing AI devastation.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, that was a beautiful area. Is that picture real right there? AI generated?
I guess. I don't know. You'd have to know the area to know if it was AI or not, I feel like.
I wonder what happens to the tourists there when they're there. They just get tossed around too?
Probably. Bunker down in one of the resorts.
How often does that happen in Jamaica? CrossFit, why are you so interested in Jamaica?
I think you said that they always say that yesterday, and then they actually got hit, so she's bringing it up again.
Oh, I like the way you're using your pronouns, she.
She said she was a she, so.
It's a very aggressive she.
No, my weed in Jamaica.
Oh, that's why, because CrossFit, the weed will be reduced. Oh, okay, so it's south of Cuba.
Right.
Did you pull up the map while I wasn't looking?
No, you had something else up.
I want to make sure I'm not double pumping. All right, there it is. Jamaica, it's the red one. Right smack dab between Havana, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. Out there in the I wonder if it comes down here. If there's a hurricane here, do Sabir and Kelly feel it in Trinidad and Tobago? Isn't that weird to have a country's name to have "and" in it?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Or like Turks and Caicos, that's another one. What's the point? Sabir
Why
and
isn't it
Kelly,
just
tell us.
Trinidad Tobago? Why does it have to be and Tobago? Trinidad and Tobago.
Maybe it was 2 countries at one point, and then they formed one.
Dude, this island has like 3 roads.
Why is it called Trinidad and Tobago? Because they were the country is named for the 2 islands Trinidad and Tobago because they were combined into a British colony in 1889. Oh, so there's an island off of Trinidad.
This thing?
Like, is that? Yeah, that's how I see it.
Google Maps should tell us where all the warships are in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Hey,
Well, you know how there's like flight radar?
yeah,
You can like look up like aircraft. You
yeah.
can do this. You can do the same thing with boats and ships. So, if you really wanted to, you might be able to find out. Let me see if I can do it.
I think we sent another big warship to the Caribbean yesterday. Yeah, the Gerald Ford. Did you say that on the show yesterday?
No.
Oh yeah. The Gerald Ford is headed out to the
No.
Caribbean. It's leaving the Middle East and headed out there. That's crazy. I think this is
it's
the
leaving
US's
the Middle East.
Yeah, I think this is the US's most advanced. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of it. Warship. Damn, I can't find a picture of it. US.
USS Gerald R. Ford. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Okay, Fox does have like a schematic. By the way, that Trump denied that we were having B-1 bombers fly over Venezuela. I reported that on the show, but Trump said we did not do.
Yeah, I know not every boat crossfire. It's just like you can't see every aircraft. Like if you go on a flight radar, you weren't going to be able to watch the B-2 bombers fly over Iran and drop bombs on them. But you could see the other ones that they sent over to the other direction.
Good morning, Greg.
Buddy.
Is there a picture of the Gerald Ford?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I looked through that article. Oh, there it is.
It just looks like every other ship.
Yeah, that's bad if that's coming to your neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And your president has a $50 million bounty on his head, and they're sending that off the coast.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Hey, will they stage anyone on that boat? Like Delta Force, SEALs, anyone? Are those the kind of boats they stage those guys on?
You can put anything on that boat. You try hard and believe in yourself.
Good morning, dude.
What's up, man?
You're in the is that the retired schoolroom?
It's the schoolroom. It's the new one.
Oh, you're in the new one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, look at you. Internet's good.
Is it?
Yeah. Is that internet for that room, or is it internet from your house stretching over there?
I don't know. I told them though to set it up like it was for a stadium.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the metric. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we want internet like AT&T Stadium in LA.
Right.
That's sick.
I remember when I was over there, I was chatting with the guy, and he was like, yeah, 200 people could get on the internet here at the same time. It'll be fine.
Yep.
In case a basketball game breaks out or a jiu-jitsu tournament.
So do you have to like get your own routers and stuff for that? Like, are you setting up your own network?
I don't know what
You
they
just
do.
call like Cox and be like, hey, I want.
Yeah.
No, that's not how that works.
I don't know. It's good though.
I talked to the guy. It's a crazy AV guy. Like, his resume was crazy, the shit he sets up.
That's dope.
Yeah. He said, I can't remember what he said to me. He said something to me like, it can't do this. And I was like, and it was something like absurd. You know what I mean? Like 5,000 people or something, like something that wouldn't fit on the property.
You can't host Coldplay here, but you can do everything else.
Yeah. Greg, did you see that? I was looking at funny stuff on the internet this morning. Did you see that Albania appointed an AI prime minister?
No, but I like it.
and they appointed her last month, and she talks and she presents to the cabinet and all this stuff. She's the minister of procurement. And I didn't know what that was, so I looked it up, and it sounds like she's the one that like buys stuff like for the country, like paper for the government offices and pens and pencils and mop buckets, and that's her job. And I guess that's where all the corruption is in Albania. So they're going to have an AI woman do it. She's an attractive woman dressed in the Albanian garb. And but that was last month, and then this month they announced that she's going to have 83 children. So she's going to have like 83 AI. It's a weird article. You should pull it up, Caleb. Yeah, the prime minister announced she's having 83 kids.
How do you do that?
Meet world's first AI minister, Delia, gives birth to 83 AI children to reshape Albania's future. This is some weird shit. That's her.
Oh, AI minister, but not prime minister.
The prime minister's real. The chick on the left, the minister of the cabinet, who's the procurement minister.
Okay.
But he announced she's pregnant.
They formalized some system for their needs. You give it the inputs, and they got an algorithm where it buys it cheapest.
I guess, and so that people can't like.
And then you attach a realistic face to it.
And she talks and presents and.
Yeah.
She have that like female customer service voice too, you think?
The statement made during his speech at the Global Dialogue in Berlin. His whole thing is it's to stop corruption. We shall see.
Watch it figure out that corruption's actually the only way to run a good government. And then it just starts running it that way. Starts paying off different people. Mob gets involved.
I saw Grok in I saw some readout from Grok and ChatGPT and Gemini about a landmark study on vaccines, and they all agreed that vaccines are causing autism. I saw that yesterday too. I need to dig deeper into that. That's pretty crazy to get AI to admit that.
Yeah, you should be able to also get it to build a solid case against that position.
Oh, that's good, Greg.
It'll buttress anyone's argument.
It's like the ultimate people pleaser.
Yeah, it won't hold its own. I mean, sometimes without having to dig it, I'll go like just bullshit and like not think again, think harder. Oh, you're saying yeah, like that, you know?
Oh, just from that nudging it,
and then get it, and then go and ask expand on it. I thought I'd come up with something the other day. I didn't think I'd come up with something. I was impressed with something I'd seen, and I told Gemini to. Said I'd found this. I asked, what's the connection between a if-then conditional and a conditional probability? And I said, think hard, because I think I found one. All right. And it spit out this highly debated theses, like bingo. I mean, I've been there before. It was cool. Had the same notation I used too. But I was impressed. But it's still not intelligence. It's just like, it's like imagine a fantasy librarian. If it's ever been written, if it's somewhere, she'll get it. And whatever your bias is, she'll just make it nice.
Yeah.
And so what it'll do is this will entrench the thinking and arguments of idiots. And the intelligent will become more intelligent and more powerful. But then I'm thinking, well, the internet did that, and so did the telephone, truthfully.
The telephone, because it let people talk to each other?
Yeah.
Over long distances?
So it compounded a lot of idiocy, but there are a lot of people that did amazing things with it, right? You know, probably the best thing ever done with the telephone was the fax, right? You know,
Think of all the time that saved.
compare that to jabbering or eavesdropping on small rural communities party lines. We used to do that at my grandma's.
Through the fax machine.
Mark's talking to Stu.
No, in the old days, Caleb, it was if you picked up. I remember my mom telling me about this. If you picked up the phone at your house, you could hear other people talking, and then you hung up, and you had to wait. There was only one line out of your neighborhood, so when you picked up the phone, you had to wait until no one was on it, and then you could call. But that would also mean that everyone else in the neighborhood
whole
could
village
listen.
was on it. And then there was usually an operator for the town, and she listened to everyone's phone calls.
Oh, she knew everything.
Everything.
Oh my god!
She was a stock character in movies, guys. The
one with the headset and the little
YouTube,
plug thing.
The eavesdropping phone operator. And if you want to do anything basically, you'd start by dialing O and getting the operator.
Oh, I used to dial the operator as a kid. We don't even have that anymore. I used to collect calls and shit, and asked to make international calls.
Yeah, that was a major authority. You didn't fuck with the operator, right? You get your phone service cut off or something.
Yeah. And we used to use popcorn a lot too to find out the exact time to set our clocks.
Yeah.
All that shit's over. Do they even have operators anymore? Can you dial 0 on a phone?
This lady?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm talking small towns. Small town, rural phone operator.
Yeah, let's hear her talk.
For service, if they wanted a long distance call or if they wanted directory assistance. And say the lights would light up here, and when they would light up, we would answer them. We would say, "May I help you?" And they would tell us what city they wanted to call and who they wanted to talk to if it was a person call. We would fill out this ticket. We would have the number that they called on here, and we would have their number on here. We would write the time of the day, whatever, and then we would say the call was to Gainesville. We would plug here, and then we would ring for the Gainesville operator, and we.
Oh my god!
Imagine if you passed out and on those switches and just made everyone's phones ring. Think of how drunk some of those operators were too, just drinking on the job and shit.
And that's relatively modern.
That one?
That's how it was when you had it. When you dialed 0 and got the operator and dialed 411. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's consistent with that there. Within 15 years, but I'm talking about for the 50 years that phones were new. In every kind of rural or small town area, there was a phone operator. Look that up, Caleb. Rural, small town phone operator. These party lines might have 30, 40 homes on it.
I used to use 411. What did I use that for? Like to get someone's
information.
And then what would we
phone number
to ask him? Can you find me Greg Glassman's phone number? And
I'm looking for a Savan Matosian in Canoga Park. Matosian. Yeah.
Oh, that shit was crazy. God, I forgot all about 411. It was the white pages.
Early cell phone, Sevy, you would still have to call. You'd still have to 411. When we first got cell phones?
Yeah.
And operator.
That's a trip. I forget all that. And now we have AI prime ministers.
There was on the Andy Griffith show, the operator played a role in the
Look at this. Is that closer or no?
It looks like Alexander Graham Bell shit.
Too far.
You went too far back. Too far.
My bad.
Hey, is that the way it was too? You talked and listened through the same thing, so you'd go back and forth? And then someone invented the...
That's what it looks like.
I wanted to ask you today, Greg, about subject matter experts, SMEs, the origins of subject matter experts, and like how it started and how big it got, and whether you liked that.
The CrossFit ones.
Yeah, like the origin of that.
Yeah, I did. I mean, but I see it from the lens of the best of them. And of course, everyone's going to have their opinions, right?
Who was the first one?
Louis Simmons was an amazing character.
Yeah.
Mike Bergner was like the kind of the epitome of the lovable coach.
Like something in a Hollywood film?
Yeah. Yeah, like a Spencer Tracy character, right? Some of them made trouble. But I like the offering.
And was the thought to curate and bring all the best into
I think we did.
Under the CrossFit umbrella?
I did. Because, I meet powerlifters. I tell them, yeah, Louis Simmons worked for me, with me, around me, whatever. And a high percentage of the 1,000-pound squats that ever were happened in his gym. I mean, he's the West Side Barbell guy, right?
Yep.
Like a fucking legend. Romanov, dear God, what a character.
Yep.
What a great coach.
The Russian running coach.
I listen to everyone, just kind of taking note of the parts where the bullshit meter's going off a little bit. And man, not with Romy. Simmons too. But the problem, I didn't know what Louis was talking about half the time. But the half I did, I thought what I was hearing was correct. Still a little fuzzy on the interpretation, but my interpretation wasn't this guy's completely nuts. And then the number of 1,000-pound squats and the other stuff made sense. But there was a conversation that Tony taped, and it was me and Romanov, and even Ripito was valuable. He came with.
He was a character too. He was a character too.
He was a character. But I'm just talking about technically. The big blowout with Ripito was Tony Budding wasn't going to budge on calling it push press, and he wanted it called press. And he thought push press was complete faggotry. And Tony stood his ground, and I wasn't going to override my media guy to take push off of fucking everything that had push press. Pissed him off.
He thought it was redundant?
I don't know. He hated it. I said, now, I think he was right. But what? Yeah. Sabotage the program over that, dude. Be that kind of guy.
That's crazy. I'd never heard that story.
He was. That was the start of it. Then he decided he was going to out-argue fucking Russell Berger and do so where it ended up went into a national audience. That was stupid.
Oh, yeah. They debated on ESPN?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
About what?
I don't know. I felt bad because Mark's twice as smart as he came across.
What was the origins of it? Do you remember the very first?
But I don't want to talk. I like Mark, and I think he made a definite contribution and continues to.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to bash. I was just curious about the origins.
No, I wouldn't want anyone to be, in summary, Mark Ripito's a dick. No, he's not. He's got a significant talent. I like him personally. But running an org with him, it's like, why did you have to do that on a kind of regular basis? Like the best fucking dog in the world, but every 6 months he pees on this arm of the couch. What do you fucking do? Very much like that. Best dog ever. But yeah, he did. He peed on a couch again.
There's
Some people's
lots.
reaction would be shoot him. Others like, get counseling. I couldn't figure it out.
There's
Yeah,
a
he
Reddit
cracked
thread.
up like peeing on the couch.
ESPN outside the lines, crossing the line, Russell Berger versus Mark Ripito. And people are just debating on who's right. This was 9 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny. I can't find the video, but yeah.
The problem
video,
is,
it is
the
attached,
problem
but it's
is,
not.
I'll tell you what that came down to. Russell Berger had a very keen understanding of what CrossFit was, and Mark Ripito it was important to him to beat down CrossFit and the recipient of the beatdown was a misapprehension of what CrossFit was, and it almost seemed deliberate to facilitate the beatdown. And that was the wrong thing to put in front of someone like Berger, who understood CrossFit as well as I do.
And can articulate it. It's
not rocket science, but when you take off on the path that Mark did, it's a failed road.
Great quote. Strong people. I didn't know that. Was this originally his quote? Strong people are harder to kill than weak people. Ripito.
I don't know. I don't.
Who do you remember the first SME? Who that was?
Hackelman. Oh, let's talk about the SMEs in general. George Ryan, great. Great.
Striking. LAPD.
The leader of LAPD SWAT teaching a striking coach. And his background, he grew up with no daddy, and this black guy next door was a karate champion and took him under his wing and taught him karate and taught him boxing. And it was Billy Blanks. He grew up with that guy as his dad.
The Taibo guy.
Yes.
Wow.
He was a karate champion. He was the real deal. And that was George Ryan. I think he lived next door to him with a mom and no dad.
It could be a Hollywood film.
Head of LAPD SWAT, and he could take. This is what I like best. Take guys like I don't want to name names, but people that we know to be very strong and very fit that couldn't strike.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have them folding bags pretty soon, which is kind of just a fun thing to witness.
Punching the bag so hard that it bows in the middle.
When you're hitting a bag good is when people look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I've seen that, man, and you feel like the fucking place is going to come down. George Ryan's a great guy, a great cop.
And he was an SME also.
Yep, striking coach. Hackelman was some kind of. He did a lot of. We would have him at the level one, so we'd project the UFC on the wall at night and free beer, and then Hackelman would bring someone in that was cool, and you'd get to watch fighting or talk about fighting or defense as part of the regular L1 sideshow.
And were the origins of it like how I remember when I was there, the SME would show, if you wanted, on Sunday, you could come an hour early to the level one, and the SME would be there.
We did a lot of that.
Was that the origins of it?
No, the origins of it were Bergner was cool and came around, and Hackelman was cool and came around.
Like they would just show up to seminars.
Tony Blauer. How could I not mention him? Blauer's a wizard. He really is. Of a Gavin DeBecker kind of quality thinker. I was there when he asked I don't know if I can even talk about this, but asked the air marshals if anyone knew how to land the plane, and no one could. They all just stared straight ahead then at each other. It was hilarious.
Wow.
It'd never come up. And the scenario is, okay, your terrorists are dead and both pilots have their throats slit. You know how to land the plane? Work the radio? Call in? Help? It's just me now? I'm like, Tony.
Wow.
I watched him with a group of guys, all cops, all feds, I know that look they were sent. Wasn't a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of folded arms, muttering, just that look of a not friendly crowd. And it came through this weapon retention thing. And his point is that at some point someone's grabbed your gun, you're fucked. But if you're paying attention, you'll see them glance at it. And what you do is draw on the glance. But he unfolds this off the afternoon. At the end of the day, we can't get away because of FBI agents hanging in car windows asking questions. And at that, he says only 10-year-old boys should stare at your gun. And it was take one step back and fucking cover and draw, man. There's some guy fucking staring at your fucking pistol. Then there's a scenario of the stare at it and look away, take the hat off. They're coming for it. It was great. It was just a great afternoon. But at the end of the day, these people couldn't get enough of Tony Blauer. And think of this, he's not even law enforcement. No, the SME program. If I look at these individuals, the best of them make it great. Even if, and it wasn't the case, but even if half of them were shitty, it was still a great thing. No, there was a lot of unique stuff there.
Were there shitty ones? Or is that too harsh of a word for any of them?
There were people whose personality defects or vices obliterated their small contribution in light of what it could have been.
When you say vice, all I think about is like hitting on clients or drinking. Or when you say vices, you mean like hitting on clients?
That would be an outstanding example of one.
Like every seminar, they bang one chick. I mean, that's right where I went. I'm trying to think if I know of any SMEs that were doing it.
You can't fuck the demo girl, dude.
No.
Why not? She's hot and she's demoing, and you get to throw her around.
She's been demo girl since high school, Ain't never gonna look good.
So it started with
you're like, so you were just waiting,
right?
Okay. And then I don't know,
or like Woody Allen, you don't wait.
I tell you what, man, I was reluctant to get into underwear drawers. You see two lawyers look both ways and don't see you, and then jump into the hotel room and slam the door, and they're late to the meeting in the morning. What am I supposed to do? Tell the other lawyers? Call the HR lady on a hotline? Have security open the door? Send them both warnings. What do? And you're in a foreign country. Maybe they're doing a brief.
That's right. Got to be on the same page.
When you started CrossFit, you didn't think you'd be dealing with that stuff. Mike Sandone, I had a Marine hand his pistol to an Iraqi kid in the middle of Baghdad because he looked trustworthy. He just wanted to hold it, Sergeant. I fucking lost my goddamn mind.
How bad?
Fuck that.
Wow.
And that's how you shoot a kid.
Wow. Chase Ingram, I was the demo guy for L1 seminars. I don't think your wife would like that. And so it started off as they would hang around, and then it was just an attachment, right? Just like a 1 hour, it came free, and then eventually, who was the first one that actually turned their 1 hour shtick into a 1 or 2 day course that became an offering on .com? You remember?
I could. I think I could sit around and ruminate on that and recreate it with some fidelity.
Was it Mike? Was it Bergner?
Likely. We ran a lot of different clinics of different sorts, you know, and some of them were slow to turn into formal gigs like the rowing.
Oh, there was a rowing SME? I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it Black Horse Rowing or something? That was the name of his company, I think. Let's see.
Had an Olympian on it. We had what's her name helping us with that and came on the L1 team.
Oh, Cavaro?
Yeah, we had a little rowing cert.
God, I don't even remember that. I remember her. She was Brian McKenzie's girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Angela Hart.
Yes. There you go.
She was in
Greg,
charge.
Who later ran to do a CrossFit for motocross.
Who did that? I don't even remember.
That kid Greg that worked for Concept 2 ended up doing CrossFit for motocross and had a pretty good following. Oh, I'll tell you, like, oh shit. John Wellborn was that was CrossFit football.
Yeah, I think it's morphed into something called power athletics.
Yeah, I think it's power athlete. I think you're right. I couldn't believe that there was a football seminar. Like, I didn't really understand what the point of that was. You bring a bunch of sleds and then have somebody just run at them. Throw around the pigskin for 2 days.
It got great reviews, didn't it? Didn't people love that seminar?
There's nothing I could possibly say about that fucking thing that would just stir up shit.
Okay, what about other sports? So there was motocross. Was there CrossFit baseball?
No, it wasn't. No. There wasn't a CrossFit motocross. It's just that Greg Hammond.
Oh, yeah. Cool dude. Yep,
he was a Concept 2 guy, and he went and on his own had a list of motocross people that he was CrossFitting.
So there became sort of a following.
It wasn't a cert, but that tendency to SMEs to self-find and hey, while the whole kettlebell thing was going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember the kettlebell one.
And there's all these legends, Steve Cotter, who's passed away, and Pavel Satsulin, and Steve and Pavel kind of like did this Godzilla King Kong thing and kind of ruined everyone's thoughts about both of them. But while that was going on, Michael Rutherford and Kelly Moore and Lynn Pitts and some other dude, it might have been a Josh Everett or someone, went to the Kettlebell World Championships and took everything.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, yeah. Just
what the hell?
Crushed everyone.
Wow. Hardcore CrossFitters pick up the kettlebell and just crush everyone.
Kelly Moore, I think, would be like in the Kettlebell Hall of Fame or something crazy. Hey, those girls were doing 4 or 5X body weight deadlifts.
I remember Kelly Moore was a freak.
She was a dominant figure in the finishings of every workout.
Yeah, everyone knew her on the blog.
And everyone's seen it in live action. But, you know, to have a 425-pound deadlift weighing at 105 or something is close, that kind of thing, is pretty amazing.
I took the kettlebell seminar at the Santa Cruz gym, at your gym.
Oh, Martone.
With Martone. And that's where I met Alice in NYC. Yeah. He basically called me a pussy the entire weekend. Every time he would tell someone to grab a kettlebell, I would always grab the lightest kettlebell, and he would just call me out, come over and take my kettlebell away and give me a heavier one.
Annie Sakamoto took my 1-pood kettlebells,
Uh-huh.
had them powder coated pink, and announced that you better have a vagina if you're swinging one of these pink bells. She was my HR head.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was a crazy class I took. That was crazy watching Martone and NYC interact.
I remember that.
It was like two alien species interacting with each other. They were not even on the same.
Allison, you remember when you asked Jeff Martone to give you a boost to the pull-up bar?
Yeah.
He looked you straight in the eyes, which is a feat of untold strength right there, and said, "Get a box." And
Yeah.
walked.
Yeah.
And like 15 people somehow heard it. And everyone was like, "Whoa, he's amazing."
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a male for 1,000 miles that wouldn't have like, "Oh my God, let me go wash my hands first. I'll let you."
It was crazy. I may even have that on film somewhere. I'm trying to think.
I remember when you met EC.
Do not tell that story.
All right.
What about golf? Was there a golf seminar?
No, but I pushed for one, and I did run across a plane full of PGA kids, and they were several of them were just adamant, excited, and super enthusiastic about golf. In fact, let me just tell the story real quick. I saw these kids on a plane. They were young and good looking. They looked to be 35-ish. And they were boisterous and fucking with the waitresses and seemed to be known by the crew. And I couldn't place them for the life of me. And I've already given it away. But you know what was funny is I kind of saw them as team guys. They reminded me of SEALs. They were fit, but not super fit, and aggressive and confident, and humorous. And that's what I've found the SEALs to be generally, right, in groups. And especially with alcohol involved. And so I asked the guy, like, what are you guys? And he said, "Oh, we're on the PGA tour. They were coming from Honolulu to Phoenix on my flight." And so there wasn't much conversation otherwise. And about right as we landed, "What do you do?" "I'm the CrossFit guy." And they're like, "Oh, dude," whistles, it's a CrossFit guy. And they go, "You're Greg Glassman." I mean, yeah, that's who I am. But this is the guy that showed me the crazy drive with the run, spin, whack approach. The problem is it wasn't tour worthy. It was a drive the length of which no one had seen before. It might also, go left. And now your ball's 150 yards into the woods, right? But and gave me a video of that. I have that.
Of someone running up and hitting a ball.
CrossFitting PGA dude. Run at the ball, spin and swing, and just kind of combine some, discus hammer. I mean, there's you recognize the movement. You recognize the compounded velocity with a spin and a swing. You ain't never going to match that for distance, just standing there looking at the ball and doing a windup. Never. The chief advantage of the golf approach is that it goes right down the middle, right where you want it to go.
Do you remember his name?
No, but I've found the video before, especially now that that Apple iPhotos has that AI, because you put golf swing, and I think it pops up. I was able to find it.
Oh, that's cool. What did people do before?
Others have done it too, because I've shown it to golfers and they go, "Oh, I've seen that before."
Do you remember how many?
Following me away from getting off the plane, a guy that was a little hard to talk to was now making me look at videos and downloading them and talking about Fran, and it was cool. but without a doubt, CrossFit went to the PGA, went to the tour. Now, my thought was someone should have had a fucking CrossFit website that repeated the workout of the day and had all kinds of, and my landing page, I'd have a golf ball on a fucking tee. And I would promise 50 yards on your drive. Promise it. And guess what? That's easy to do.
Think there's any sport that you shouldn't do CrossFit?
No.
Can't think of one.
No, I don't know of a sport that is not cheating, but look here, I cheated. I took something constantly varied high intensity functional movement designed to increase work capacity across broad time and modal domains. And call that whatever the fuck you want. What I'm going to tell you is that constantly varied high intensity functional movement will increase work capacity across broad time and modal domains. And I have trouble imagining a sport that couldn't find benefit from an increased work capacity across broad time and modal domains. It's the same in horsepower, same in an engine. This engine gives much greater horsepower at all RPMs and is a lot lighter. That's not interesting. We don't need that. I don't need more horsepower and less weight in a motorcycle engine. We don't need that in a jet. It's like
Sorry.
And one of the furthest reaches of that is I was invited to the Beijing Sports University by the most successful group of fucking lifters ever. I think the Chinese were easily a match for the Russians. And that coach, she loved CrossFit and loved me. And he had the big guys doing it, and they hated it. And he said it probably did more for them than the little guys, and the little guys loved it. It was an interesting deal. But he had no interest beyond what he had seen in his athletes in the gym. And that got me in his gym in front of him, and I got to pick a workout and do it with everybody. And then we went outside and saw the unbelievable number of handprints and medals in the cement that his program had accrued.
Caller, hi. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
Speaking on Greg's term of using CrossFit for, building work capacity over all time domains, next Wednesday, I'll be pulling a truck for 31 miles for an ultra marathon to bring awareness to veteran suicide prevention.
Wow.
And I've been using CrossFit and the methodology behind it to prepare for it. So I was just curious his thoughts on doing that.
Yeah, it's my thought. Was this a charity?
Yeah, it is. It's raising money and awareness for veteran suicide prevention alongside of Mission 22, a nonprofit.
What's your name?
Parker Fontecchio.
Mission 22?
Correct.
Okay, I think it.
And what's the aspect with veterans? I missed that.
Veteran suicide prevention.
Gotcha.
And
so I'm actually based down in Tempe, Arizona.
Wow. All right. Hey, Parker. Yeah. I gotta go through Sevi and Sevi help me with Matt. I got $1,000 for that, kid.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
Hey, tell me a little more. You're pulling a truck. How far? How big's the truck? What are you doing?
I'm pulling a truck for 31 miles next Wednesday. It's a Toyota Tacoma, and so it's going to be the world's heaviest ultra marathon. And I was just on with actually Pedro and Hiller 2 days ago. Talking about it too.
Awesome.
You
can get my number through Pedro. Just hit Pedro up, and
gotcha.
And he'll give you my number, and then text me. Hey, that's really cool. And what's the furthest you've pulled this truck?
I have a wheeled sled that I do, and so I pulled that one 20 miles in testing. That's a little bit easier. I live in the city, so cops don't get called on me as much, but I pulled the truck for 5 miles and then got the cops called on me about some strange guy pulling a truck.
And you're in front of it with straps, with nylon straps?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
There you are. Good job, Caleb. crazy. How'd you come up with this idea?
I've been using endurance as kind of a platform to start a conversation for the past 5 years, all in the name of raising awareness for mental health and veteran suicide prevention. And that's kind of how I've gone through it. And so now this has just been one big evolution to it.
And did you have a friend who committed suicide?
I did, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry about that. And where did you serve? Are you still in the service?
I'm not in the service at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, but one of your buddies was.
I've had buddies in the service. I've had family. And so it's just kind of the idea that got instilled in me with my parents of these people go and sacrifice their lives for these countries or for our country. And it's so sad that when they come back home, a lot of them feel like they don't belong. A lot of them feel like there's something missing or they're not welcomed. And that's kind of transcended into this of realizing that 22 veterans a day commit suicide. And that's just something that I feel like should not even be close to being a statistic that we have to deal with every day.
Is using that dog cheating?
I think so.
Okay.
So I hope that I'll be able to use her for it.
World's smallest dog.
That's
All
cool.
right. Hey, thanks for calling. Mission 22. Where do people donate? They just go to mission22.org.
Yep. And then I don't know if it'll work, but I can drop the link in the chat right now as well.
Okay. And then send me the link and we'll put it in the show notes. When you get the number from Pedro, text me the link and we'll put it in the show notes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Parker, let's cross paths, buddy.
Of course. Thank you so much.
I'm in Arcadia.
Okay, gotcha. Just right up
Cool,
the street.
yeah, that's good work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
You know, listen, I would like Giuseppe and I weren't in this service, but we've got good buddies who are, and my good buddies keep getting on airplanes to go to funerals for guys that killed themselves. One of my good buddies has been to 4 or 5 of these just in the past year or two. So it's crazy. It's sad.
It's so sad, and it's so sad that I would say a majority of the population doesn't even know that there is this epidemic that is going on right now in our country. I was
a regular invitee to Leavenworth, Kansas, for the Army. DOD is a part of the resiliency effort, and just the whole post effort veteran world is something to see. But I was told 45% of the veterans are on psych meds. You know,
that's crazy.
It's that the risk of alcohol abuse and drug abuse coming straight from the service, the PTSD that goes undiagnosed because they don't want to go talk to somebody. It's an insane problem.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, Parker.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Do you know anyone who's committed suicide, Caleb?
Yeah, I know a few people.
And how? Wow, it's wild. All they go overseas and they come back, and it happens when they come back.
Yeah, usually.
Well, you don't do that, please. I need you.
Yeah, I think having something like this is helpful because you have like some sort of purpose. You have like a reason to wake up and show up for somebody and feel like you are making a difference. Because I think that's one of the things that goes missing once you leave the service. You have no reason to do anything really. Like the job is just not nearly as meaningful. Like if I were to get another job, like in an office somewhere, that's when I'd want to kill myself. Because you go in there, you start working for some big corporation, you don't have people that care about you, don't have anything to like, I don't know, feel like you're making a difference. And because I can come on here and hang out with you guys and feel like I'm a part of something that is making a difference, it helps a lot.
Oh shit, I saved your life.
Yeah.
I knew a kid years ago that worked at a GM assembly plant in Van Nuys. He's in-laws to Jordan Sevy.
Oh, okay.
And this kid, it was like the picture he painted. He wasn't real articulate about it, but he told great stories. He didn't come with summaries. But you were such a cog in the machine as an assembler that existence was forged from from your relationship with the other people on your line,
Mhm.
and your dislike and distrust and fighting of the man, which is the company you're building cars for. And so it was a typical thing on a Friday for the managers at the plant to have to call LAPD to get the guys that were drinking beers at lunch, which is at like 2 a.m. on that 24-hour shift, to get them off the wall where they were drinking beer and throwing bottles. And they'd throw bottles at cops, and the cops would like start to get riot gear on. The union rep would talk them off the wall and pass the cops after they'd even thrown beer bottles at them, and they'd go back to work and make cars. And he was showing me how, like on a Trans Am, you want to make fucking sure it wasn't made on a Friday, because like some of them go out without rings and shit.
He'd have a blown motor in the first month you buy a car.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. And he showed me how you could look at a car and tell when it was made. You never buy a car made on a Friday. Not from,
Wow.
Yeah, can't you tell by like the VIN number or something?
those kind of jobs.
Those kind of jobs, that'll do it to you.
Yeah. But imagine on your lunch break as an assembler at 2 a.m. sitting on the wall drinking beer. And then when they blow the whistle, you're like, fuck it. I mean, it sounds like the 1920s, and then fucking GM's using LAPD to force you back into the building to make cars, drunk, pissed. And when's this? It's like 1976, right?
Yeah. Sounds about right. When the speed
Maybe
limit
that
was
was
80
when
and drinking was legal in Texas while you drove. Tanya B, God didn't give you one more day because you needed to give you one more day because someone needs you.
I'm gonna put I just got the link for that Mission 22 donation link, whatever. It's in the chat right now. I will pin it and then I'll put it in the show notes as well.
Yeah, get that to text to me, and I'll have Matt.
Do it. Okay.
Maybe if you guys get the card, you can do it with that, maybe.
Okay. Very generous of you. Maybe I'll have Haley do it. Okay. Going back to China, you just brushed over that real quick. How did you got the invite to go visit the Chinese Olympic weightlifting team?
Go to the sports university.
Someone just contacts.
They've got a medical school, and they churn out gold medalists.
How did that happen? Someone just contacts HQ, or someone sends you an email? How did you remember?
My docent to all things China was Liang Kong.
Okay.
Who seemed to be connected at almost every aspect of life there.
That's cool. I wish I would have gone on that trip. I wonder what I was doing. Did you guys take? Is there video?
It was a trip. Coach She had two daughters at UC Berkeley and owned a crazy home in Saratoga.
Oh.
And didn't speak any English.
Oh.
But I understood him well. I came away liking the guy, personally liking him.
That's a high-paying job in China. Respectable job.
I would expect to be able to go drive and visit him someday without leaving California.
Yeah, that's a great story. Going back to the SMEs, and then it kind of had a peak and then started going away, right? Do you remember what the catalyst for what that was? I don't remember that. I feel like that though there was a peak, there were like 10 SMEs, subject matter experts. Yeah,
maybe they became diluted, but it
was gymnastics.
There was an autonomy to it. They were keeping the overwhelming majority of what they were earning. And my chief interest in them was the content they could produce.
And I remember there was always tension there around the content because they always wanted CrossFit to make the content. And we just didn't have the resources to be doing 10 different SMEs and the level 1 and the level 2 all around the world filming all that shit, but they always wanted more. Remember that? They always wanted more play on the front end, more play on the front end. Like it wasn't enough just to leverage the name. They needed the media. And there was Mackenzie with the running. Do you remember Mackenzie's partner, Brian Mackenzie's partner?
Before the cameras would take video worth of fuck, I had Dave Lees show up at the gym every afternoon and chalk outline his feet and made him wear the same fucking outline each time, and tweak the start time based on the difference of timing between today and yesterday, where the sun would be, and had him do thousands of clean and jerks, and took either as a relatively fast burst mode and then went through these images on a light table and put together enough that was an absolute textbook fucking perfect clean and jerk. I think there's one where he's going to be just right. Yes, that one there, this picture over here. And so it ended up a composite image that we put in the journal. And it was from hundreds of them. And he was good at it. I started with him because he was best. But I wanted something that exemplified this thing done exactly like it was not an easy thing to do. And then I got fucking guys that tell me they can't make media. Fuck you. You don't know your field if you can't. If you're really a subject matter expert, you should be able to do something with value with a stick in the sand. If I give you a piece of chalk, you should be really happy. And your gear, I don't know what else you're going to need.
You know, Starrett had this really cool thing he did. He early on, he was dedicated to just making one piece of content every single day, no matter what. You know, sometimes he'd be in the airport or just somewhere obscure, but he was disciplined enough, and he did that in 365 days. I think that was a huge catalyst for his mobility stuff. I don't know what it's called these days, but the leopard thing, the book, everything. Yeah, just the discipline of doing it every single day. That was this, and he obviously learned that. He learned that from CrossFit, right? The same. Oh, is that Dave Lees? That's a young Dave Lees?
Yeah.
Wow, he looks like a linebacker there. He was big when you got him.
He fell.
He looks like Tyson Bagent. Jeez Louise.
A little bit.
He fell 14 feet from my rope. And that's not the series I'm talking about there, but
okay.
It's still there. Was outside by the wall.
Damn.
So I had a Pacific rope and fiber rope come unraveled under a shrink wrap sheath. You couldn't even see it failing. And he fell 14 feet onto his side, elbow, hip, knees, and head onto the mats, and stood up like holding the end of the rope, bewildered. And it was, we were all so lucky that it was Dave up there that fell.
Because anyone else would have killed him.
Right.
Did he play football? He's huge right there. He is stout.
I think he went out for it a little bit. I think he did a little bit of football. But I watched a jiu-jitsu tournament where he was down 19-0. He was a white belt. It was a U.S. Open. And he's down 19-0, and this guy catches his arm, and Dave fucking grabs his own wrist and stands up with the guy, lifts him up, and whacks him on the ground and knocks him out cold and loses the match.
Oh, disqualified for slamming.
And he was so apologetic, and it's like the armbar doesn't work on gorillas.
Right. I
couldn't believe that he stood up with it. I couldn't believe he whacked the guy, got him off on the ground. He just panicked. So they wake him up, and he was up 19-0, and he's the winner.
Hey, that's a healthy response. Someone's got you in an arm bar, pick them up and knock them out. I mean, it's against the rules, but I mean,
the leverage that strength provides the way it leverages skill is exemplified in a guy of little skill with crazy strength defeating someone that's got considerable skill and moderate strength. And this is what leads people like Ted Sosha, our FBI hostage rescue buddy. He said that, and this is a guy who was a jiu-jitsu wizard, and he got in a fight one night with a 48-year-old 5-time "you're never gonna take me back" felon. And Ted was a big, strong dude and a jiu-jitsu wizard, and he found himself on the ground, and he couldn't, nothing was working. He couldn't grip anything, or he couldn't. He didn't realize for a while that it was blood, that he couldn't hold on to him because of the blood, and he couldn't move and live. Everything was, it was like some kind of obscene chick mud fight thing going on. And then it was a fight for his own gun. And then his partner showed up and put his gun at the guy's head, and it all ended. And his takeaway was that superior strength and blind rage in the end takes the day. That's his view on martial arts. Superior strength and blind rage. And he said the other thing is that he realizes all through his jiu-jitsu career, I mean, he's a fucking black belt, right?
Yeah.
He says that he's in all his jiu-jitsu, what was there that night under the car was someone trying to kill me. And he never had that thought, never even felt that way. And it didn't make him less effective, but it was a whole different thing. He realizes that that's a completely different game.
Hey, when you see there was a UFC fight recently with Alex Pereira, and he just comes across the ring after he lost to this guy for a championship a few months ago. They had a rematch, and he comes across the ring with blind rage and just starts punching the dude, this Russian world-class grappler, and just with blind rage just comes across the ring and just knocks him out. And when I think of the Ritola brothers who are in jiu-jitsu, they both enter the ring with blind rage. And you see that with siblings that fight, right? Yeah. You have a sibling that always beats up this one, and one day the kid just goes into blind rage and chases the other one down and beats their ass. Wow, Remington got huge.
She's still dinky.
Man, she looks great. Look at her.
Walks and runs.
Is she won yet? Is she won yet, Greg?
Yeah. Yeah, she's 14 months. Say hi.
Oh my goodness. Already in the schoolroom.
Cute?
Yeah.
This is our third last baby.
Hey, baby.
Third last.
Mama's working on the fourth.
I'm looking at the SME. But I wanted to bring this up too. Chris Russell, Greg, it was a pleasure to host you this past weekend at the MetFix seminar. Can't wait to see you again.
Thank you, Chris. That was delightful. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you, sir. Okay, I gotta go, I think.
All right. Thank you for the rundown. Thanks for running us through history of the SMEs. That was cool.
Hey, the SME program, it was a success.
Yeah, I don't see even Mike. I was looking for Mike Bergner's. It looks like they don't have it anymore. The only SME I see on here is running that still exists, and nutrition. Oh, they got a dumbbells, CrossFit Kids. Interesting.
A running CrossFit Kids?
No, those are separate. I'm just going through reading them. I was looking at the different seminars or courses.
They still got Romanov?
I don't know who teaches the running one. I don't even, and matter of fact, I don't know. Oh, it says it's online. It's an online running course. They got online and in-person one. They got a dumbbells online, anatomy online. I don't see Mike Bergener. Does he not? Maybe he's completely separated from them now. I thought he'd be there forever.
Maybe he's retired.
Well, he's still doing training at his house. He looks great. He looks amazing. Yeah.
I feel like he'll do that until he's dead.
Yeah, when I see him on Instagram, he looks amazing. Still training people. Big turnouts at the
Yeah, I've got the gymnastics coaches up on the scissor lift today. Put up I got I think it's 5 tons of plates coming.
Oh my God.
Hey dude, send photos of all that to me, please.
You want to walk out there? You want to see the gym right
now?
now?
Yeah, yeah. Are you on your phone or on your computer?
No, I'm on the laptop. Hold on.
Jesus, dude.
Right.
Hey, I homeschool my kids, and so what do they want? Uniforms. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
man?
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, get extra so when my kids come, they
How
can
come
wear
we don't
something.
have uniforms?
Yeah, uniforms would be awesome.
Yeah, what the hell? Why not?
Say hi to Savon and Kaylee.
Hi.
Hi guys. Wow. Can we
Hi.
make him full screen?
Yeah.
There's
That's
Elliot.
Coach Jeff Robinson right there.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Coach Robinson.
How you doing?
Wow, Greg, the
Oh
flag's
my
cool.
God. That's so fucking sick, dude. Wow.
Yeah, 10 feet shy of a full basketball court.
Trade-off is
1 second. I gotta go, guys.
All right, love you, Greg. Thank
Is
you.
that
Hi,
beautiful?
Maggie. Yeah, it's
Amazing.
crazy.
All right, guys.
Ciao.
See you, Greg.
All right. Can
So
Greg
sick,
adopt me?
dude.
Sure.
That's insane.
8:45 this morning. Alex Gazan will be coming on, maybe earlier. I'm gonna send her a link, and when she tells me she's ready, I will be ready. She has a very busy morning. She's out there in Scotland. She said she could break away for like 15, 20 minutes. So we'll have a separate link for that very shortly. Find out how Alex is doing. If you haven't seen her video, there's a great video at HWPO. A great video of Matt training her, Kotler training her. It's very cool. Alex looks absolutely amazing in the video. It's going to be great to see her show up. Her first time back at Rogue. Also, it's her first time back competing at the Rogue Invitational in Scotland this weekend, which we will be covering. And also today at 10 a.m. I think it's 10 a.m. Is that when the CrossFit podcast goes on? The sport
10 a.m.
Test?
Pacific Standard Time. Yes.
Okay, at 10 a.m., make sure you head on over to the CrossFit. I do believe that there's going to be some announcement today. I'm wondering if it's going to be somehow related to Dave's weekend review, some of the stuff that he was and was not saying on there. We are also trying to figure out where we will be streaming, which semifinals we will be able to stream. So Souza and I and the gang and Caleb are just as interested to find out as much information as we can as fast as possible. It's crazy. The way all this games information is coming out, I feel like the games is like in 2 months, but we're like 220 days out. Like we're not.
Yeah,
even
we still have the whole season to go through.
I
We got to
know.
go through the Open. We got to do quarterfinals. We got to do semifinals.
First HWPO video I've watched in a while. Yeah, it was really good. Matt looked great. I liked the coaching. I thought it was good. It was cool.
It
was cool. And I didn't go into it thinking I was going to like it, but it's really good. Alex is awesome. All right. I think that's it for this show. And we will see you soon. That time, although it says 8:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, that time could be any minute. So
It'd be a
stay
lot cooler
close.
if we did sooner.
For you too, for your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'll send her a link soon. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.